You guys get to see a brand new build in action. Welcome back, everybody. This is new, coming to you with part 5 of the Crimson Prison journey of 1,000 Crimson Temple maps. I got everything here. Just like always, the prices haven't really changed. You know, I have taken essentially a week off, getting a new character up and running, transferring from my champion to the ranger class to Deadeye, a pit stop at Deadeye, and now to Pathfinder poison variant of Magic Finder, with Original Sin, Zerfie's Amulet, Expedition End, and Calm Spirit entered in here with Headhunter, still getting all the massive benefits from Headhunter scaling through Original Sin. It's going to be pretty awesome. Still running a lot of Magic Find. I believe it's 49% increased item quantity, and then, if I'm not mistaken, my rarity actually went up because all I did was remove the Pariah ring. So I lost not 15 but 12% the quantity of items found, which hurts, but I think I'd rather enjoy doing an ultra endgame build, evolving the build even further, and suffering the consequences of 12% fewer or 12% reduced quantity of items found. That's going to be okay in my mind. But yeah, rarity went up by like 15%, so I think it's around 315% rarity. All of the divine orbs and chaos are in here as usual. The prices of the sextants really haven't changed much. Scarabs have gotten a little bit more expensive, but we are going to check excellence to see where the number's at. 1 second before I do that, though. Oh man, I got a little story to tell you guys. So naturally, as I was beginning to put this build together, I had to test it, and of course I went in and tested it doing some Crimson Temples to make sure that everything's going to turn out right when I go and start this run. 4 maps is all it took, and you know, your boy got his streamer offline streamer RNG kicked in something fierce. I was afraid I was going to get an apothecary off stream, you know, and couldn't count it for anything. Well, something even worse happened than that. And what happened was this. On map number 3, a second Mageblood dropped that will not be counted toward the tally in any way, shape, or form. It can't, because it was off stream. It didn't count for the 1,000 maps. I don't know what to say. Last league I didn't even get a Mageblood drop. Now I've gotten 2. So one of them was obviously in stream, but the other was not. So this is just going to have to be a sorry little footnote in the results of the 1,000 Crimson Temple maps. 1,003 maps for 2 raw Magebloods, I guess. Yeah. Well, you know, it'll be all good. If in 3 maps here I do this and I get another raw Mageblood, fine. You know, I will retract what I am saying, but assuming that doesn't happen. Yeah. Anyway, let's get this party started here. We're gonna... Oh. Almost forgot the important thing. Right, we still have to do this. Okay, I need to add Dump D back in the picture. The snapshot should present a pretty clear amount here. It looks like things have gone up a little bit. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. Alright, actually there's a slight issue. I had a problem before. You may notice this sometimes happening to you when you're using Excellence. I had to manually insert the cost of Divine Orbs because they weren't reading properly. Let's see what it comes out to this time. Oh my god. I'm lost when I have my thing set up that way. Okay, there we go. I might read a little differently now. Okay, it's actually showing up right. Alright, yeah. 264 Divine Orbs have gone up a little bit now, so... There it is, 264. It looks like the cost of everything has gone up a little bit here. Scarabs are showing a Rising Priest. That is pretty authentic, I think. The compass is not so much, so we do see approximately 12 divines more investment this time. Though it has been a week, so I guess that's what happens when you turn around. So the hill will be a little higher to climb than it was in some of the last runs. That's okay. All right. Now back to business. Question in the chat says, don't you only have one Ventor with boots for quantity? I do sometimes call this magic find hybrid, but in my opinion, the idea of magic finding has been, I don't know, I think it's been like forever hijacked by this notion that if you go magic finding, you have to use the most magic finding on every single piece of gear that you can possibly get. You know, for example, you couldn't use Calm Spirits, you got to use Sedima's touch, right? Because Sedima's is the one that has the quant on it. It doesn't matter how bad the gloves are, you have to use that. But if you actually kill, you know, more than 10% faster, kill more faster with Calm Spirits, for example, then that overrides the increase in quantity of items found. You just simply do the maps faster, and that's my big secret after all, is the speed at which I'm able to run these maps, the efficiency of it all. You know, I could be using, instead of Headhunter, I could be using Bisco's Leash, right? But, I mean, I think most people understand, even people who are absolute max out magic finders know that Headhunter is better than Bisco's. Even though you can get with a corruption, you get 10%. You know, I could be putting this Bisco's in here, that's 10% increased quantity of items found, right? That doesn't make it any better than Headhunter. But yes, I have flasks here. I have a staggering amount of increased flask effect, I believe. 85% increased flask effect because they're on a Pathfinder. That's another cool reason why I'm on the Pathfinder here. But we have a maxed out Alchemist Gold Flask of the Order, and then we have a Divination Distillate that's getting 85% increased flask effect there, combined with Gold Worms and Ventors. And that is giving me, I believe it's 49% increased quantity of items found, as well as 315. Oh yeah, I forgot a lot of rarity on this helmet as well. Oh, another big question. Yes, this is going to be something I'm going to talk about in the more formal video that I'll be making here within a week, doing a deep dive on this character. Yes, in fact, I am using Dying Sun in part because I get 3 projectiles from it. Once you pass a 50% threshold, yes, indeed, you get 3 projectiles from that. Okay. Now it's time to start. Oh, yeah. Atlas is exactly the same as they were. No changes there. Okay. Let's get into map number 1.
You cannot stop death.
Check out the proliferation. Oh man, it's so gross. I'm a little less tanky than I was because I've unfortunately lost Daros's Defiance, and I've lost endurance charges. But I have such an outstanding, reliable amount of freeze going on, with the exception of maps that roll, you know, monsters' action speed cannot be reduced or whatever. Aside from those maps, yeah, you can see Herald of Ice is going absolutely nuts here. So we get a very reliable Soul Eater buff throughout the entire map. That's such a huge luxury too, doing way more damage for that reason as well. I'm Team Headhunter all the way. Oh my God, we got a diff card. Whoa, it's the Enlightened. Oh yes. Oh my God, we got 2 more Enlightened. Oh yeah. Really? Forgot I was even duping these. No. Not like this. God. He's getting so enlightened again. I thought I was enlightened enough already. Is the Fizzvo better than 1200 DP? Yes. Yes, it is. By a mile. You get a whole bunch of extra damage conversion, especially through Headhunter. I mean, at a certain threshold, an elemental bow is better. Like if you were comparing if you were comparing like a 500. Dude, really? 500 DPS physical bow to 1200 DPS elemental bow, maybe you'd have something to talk about, but man, spectacular to happen in the game. Just outrageous. We need an outrageous moment. And no, I don't need to get enlightened any further. I need something besides that. Oh my god, died. Something a little better than that. Well, that's kind of cute, I guess. A little currency goblin. Baby goblin. Old. Double light. No. I feel safer around King Harbingers with Berserk up than I did on my champion. My champion felt squishier actually. Because like with the King Harbingers I can control with Berserk. I can like basically down them in one round of Berserk. Which is pretty cool. Divine Ord again. Itsumo. Take two and build and mash them together. I mean, I'm to the point where I'm starting to make builds, but there's still tons of stuff I don't know. Honestly, the new thing with Soul Eater was pretty sick. Oh my god. Dude. Divination card conversion actually turned out pretty good. Holy crap. Very rare thing. That is a very rare thing. Oh, and it had Daraso's Defiance with... Oh, hey. That's a good job. With endurance charge and everything, this character doesn't have any of that. So my Immortal Call is not all that useful here. My... but it just kind of all... It's all made up for with the insane amount of freeze that goes out. That was chancy. Almost died there. Did you see that? What? The boss just dropped and lightens the board. Dang. I frozen and just died. Whoop! Lightning support. Easy money. Yeah, we keep talking about me getting enlightened. I cannot stop getting enlightened, guys. Just can't stop. Oh, whoa. We got 69% chance for div cards to be duplicated. That's a good number. That is a very good number. Like throwing fireballs out of your body constantly, yeah. Completely at random. Projectiles. You're basically a nuclear bomb. Wow, speaking of nuclear bomb, what the heck? Nuclear bomb of scarabs. Now that is a scarab explosion. With no scarab dupes. And scarabs by slaying enemies have a 30% chance to be duplicated. Fuck off. I could have predicted that would happen. I could have predicted. Instead of 2 screens of scarabs, I could have had 3. 3 screens of scarabs. Oh, hey! There's 30% more scarabs in this pile. Do you see that, guys? That's crazy. That's so big. So huge. Wrong explosion. Dude, I made so much usage out of that. You don't even know. Alright, put this up and take 20% less damage. It's effing great. Alright, scarabs have a chance to be duped, so I better get a massive scarab explosion on this map. Because now I have the scarab dupe in advance. You can get scarabs, right? Entire screen or 2 full of scarabs coming my way. I even got the Covetous Shrine, so I'm gonna get even more scarabs. Even more. It's gonna be absolutely insane how many scarabs I'm gonna get on this map. You guys don't even know what's about to hit you. The games are gonna crash. How many scarabs are about to drop? Oh well, actually that's pretty nice. That's actually better than even 3 screens full of scarabs. Funny enough. The amount of breathing room I have for going from, you know, high octane clearing the juicy map to, you know, low octane. We're now basically just finishing off a couple of harbingers and we're losing the map, and it's fine. Like, I don't die. I'm like champion. I used to die from that sort of thing. Like, if I know this to be the case because anytime I ran a map with no regen, it was like shit. You know? Now I have to like figure out how I'm gonna loot the map and not die. How do you get so much life recovery? I have 10 life on hit from... Oh! Hey, that's a currency god touch. Currency touch! I have 10 life on hit from Feast of Flesh Megalomaniac mod. 0.4% leech, which isn't very much, but it's whatever. And 6% life per flask used. And 2% life on enemy kill. But no regen, because I get rage instead. So that's a lot of recovery still, even without that other stuff. Oh. Let's see. Oh! A little currency got touched, I guess. Well, they wouldn't see that divine orb without a reliquary scarab. Presumably. Oh. Random divine. Tip of the hat to that RNG. Whew. Yeah, why is Mageblood down so much? Actually, I suppose just relative to the crazy cost of divine orbs. Basically, what's really happening here is raw divine orbs are up more than the other things are down. I think that's what's actually going on. Oh. Well. Wait, what? Okay. Thought I had a divine altar, but no, that's just double divine followed by random divine instantly, one after the other. Okay. Speaking of divine orbs being very up in price, that was a nice streamer RNG moment. Once the 600% sextant goes up to like 4 times the value, like more than 4 times the value of the 500% sextant, it's not really worth it. Or not, sorry, not 4 times. Relative to the cost of the per use base, it's like more than twice as much. Once it's like more than twice as much on a per use base, it's definitely not worth it. Fracturing orb. That said orb, guys. Do you see that? It didn't say shard. It said orb. Ooh. It's about time that happened again, actually. It happens like at least once. About once every 100 maps, I think. Is anyone in this chat dumb enough not to run Harbingers? I just made like 7 divines at once. Oh yeah. Fracture orbs are up in value now. Apparently, they're one of the items that's going up in value over time. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? It's almost like every single target farm of this farm is just increases in value over time rather than decreases. That's crazy to me. It doesn't even matter how much I advertise this strat. It just keeps going up. Up, 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 up. League starts still. Oh! Oh! Unique Viridian Jewel comes in for the win. Alright, we got a notable drop. Storm Shroud. They're just talking about that jewel. Boom. Woo! Perfectly rolled. 15% increased lightning res. Whoa. And a perfect Sedima's touch. Wow. Ultra Poggers. Ultra Mega Gigapog. Put that right there. Alright, here we go. Duped Apothecary needs to happen now. We are on the very last stretch of this. Life Thief. Fucking Life Thief, man. Same rarity as a Dragon's Heart. Oh! Ah! So close. So close. Well, at least I made up a little bit of ground on the 7 years. Okay, friends. We gotta check the results here. I feel like I got more heat shivers than usual, and that's gonna be fun for the gambling portion. But this particular session... yeah, this one definitely looks pretty bad. I'm hoping that this set, maps 401 to 500, turns out to be the worst set of all 1000. I'm certainly hoping it is. Let's just jump in. Let's see what it looks like. It's not a pretty picture, but here we go. I got everything cleaned up, ready to go. The snapshot. It turns out I found more divine orbs than in any other set, so I mean, I guess that's a plus. But the fact that divine orbs are on the top of this list is obviously a bad sign. One raw fracture orb was a notable drop. One other notable drop was Storm Shroud, and that's about it. I mean, I did get a couple Voidborn Reliquary keys early. 8-7 years is kind of bad. Not that great of a turnout, I think. Typical everything else here. Let's take a look at the divination cards. Initially here, 16 Enlightened is kind of high. 9 Dragon Hearts also pretty high. So I got lucky on the cards that don't really matter. 7 Life Thief down here. Also a little high, I guess. 0 Apothecaries. I mean, that's the moral of the story, isn't it? Let's take a look at currencies. I did okay on the fracturing stuff, only because I got that one raw orb though. Down here, total of 17 or almost 18,000. Chaos there for the this is just gotta be one of the lowest divination counts. 6,000 chaos orbs and divination cards for 100 Crimson Temple max juice maps. I mean, that's just unacceptable. Really awful RNG. And I'm a streamer, so what the heck? What's that all about? I don't know. Scarabs, I did get some pretty wild scarab explosions, I guess. A few in there. 2,600. They don't really amount to all that much anymore. Let's check uniques. Like I said, Storm Shroud. I suppose 69 Heat Shivers does add up to a full Divine Orb a little more. I did get a couple Eyes of the Grey Wolf. Were worth okay. Decent amount. One of them was worth, I think, at least a Divine Orb. And yeah, you can see there are a lot of uniques. But again, I mean, other than the Storm Shroud, oh, there's an Aegis Aurora, I guess. It's really only worth 150 Chaos now. Actually, let me check that Aegis really quick. For some reason, I can't find it. Just looking in my... Oh, I put it in here. Oh, okay. You know, this did end up being a little higher than I realized. Maybe a 2 Divine Orb. I don't really want to just Val that, come to think of it. I'm glad I caught that there. Not really something I want to just Val straight up. And yeah, I am going to add a Divine Orb because the Enlightened support and the Enhanced support, for some reason, Excellence isn't reading it. There's a Kyrric Memory here that's apparently worth like 40 Chaos now. The Cluster Jewels are worth about 20 to 50 Chaos. This 2 Dust is also kind of notable. It's very well rolled. I think it's worth about a Divine. This Great Wolf is apparently worth about a Divine. Maybe. Not really sure if they sell or not, but I'm just going to give myself 1 extra Divine. Yeah, and the total uniques here, 2,600. Not that great. So, here it all is. Take a look at everything. A lot of scarabs. Some maps, you know, the maps don't all sell, but it's also not counting the maps as anything extra in the event that it's Putrid Cloisters and Conquer Influence maps. There's a lot of those in here too that are not basically being counted. I think that all evens out pretty nicely. 4 Screaming Invitations looks right. We're going to do some gambling here after I check the total. So the investment cost is actually up by about 12 Divines, and that's mainly on account of the Scarabs being worth more. It looks like the Infinite Winged Scarab farmers have kind of all quit for the league, I guess. So Scarabs are going up a little bit in value. The Winged Scarab, that's okay. The Sextants didn't really move or actually went down a little bit. Total cost, investment cost, though, is up, I'd say, about 15% total. That's kind of rough a little bit, but it still definitely results in a profit, even with bad RNG like this. So again, once again, it's a great showcase for you guys, so you can see the sort of current state of the currency earning potential, even on a bad day. Again, not everything turned out terrible. I got lucky on Divine Orb drops. I usually only see about 15 Divine Orbs, or maybe a little more. So a little lucky there, but overall, yeah, not very good. So the total here says 121. I'm going to add 1 for the Enlighten, and you can see, you know, the Enlighten, the Enhance are not being counted here. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm just going to give myself a Divine Orb for that, and, you know, some of the Cluster Jewels there. So 122.23 Divines. Gross there, minus 91.31. Equals 30. Barely 30. So you know that's not good. That's the lowest net profit I've seen this entire time by far. Div per maps, I mean, I guess it's 0.31 Divines per map. And per hour, again, here we go. Yeah, not, last time it was 9 Divines an hour. This time it's 4 Divines an hour. Well, that's what happens when you do jackpot strategy, jackpot-oriented strategy, and it doesn't pay off. But still positive. So that is definitely going to drive down the cumulative total. Let's see, I was sitting at 30 Divines an hour. You know, I gotta say, it really boils me up inside to get that Mageblood drop. You know, if that Mageblood drop accounted for this, obviously, I would have been woo right back to the top. You know, 40 divines an hour. But we can't count it. So sitting at 25 divines an hour, still after 500 maps. So not too awful. Not too awful. My goal is 30 divines an hour, so I'll have to hopefully see a turnaround. I haven't seen a single apothecary drop in over 200 maps right now, which is really, really awful. You know, I did get, let's see, my first set I got 2 apothecaries. Second set I got 0. Third set I got 4. Fourth and fifth set I got 0. So it's topsy-turvy RNG on those. That's how it goes. This kind of farm. Even when you know, go heavy on the juice to help spread out the consistency. I mean, it still turns out like that. A lot. All right, so time to do some gambling. At least maybe I'll get a little lucky on this. I got to Val all these things. Got to get the stack decks out. I got 3-to-1 all the Ventors. And a couple of Voidborn Reliquary keys, too. The usual stuff. Oh, you're just going to give me more voids? Oh, I see it. You're going to have me turn in a void for a Mageblood straight. Okay. Yeah, I can do that here. Hold on a second. Let's go turn these void cards in as we finalize the gambling results. Nope. Must be this one. Cemetery. Cemetery map. Hey, that's one of my favorite maps. Tier 12, though. All right, let's do what is becoming my favorite thing to do as far as gambling, which is get a whole bunch of +1 power charge and reservation heat shivers and a 10% Sedimas on the gloves. Bolto definitely knows that's about to happen here. So let's see here. We're just gonna spam through these corruptions. I bet you like you're hawkeyeing the the Sedimas, right? You're trying to catch it happen in real time. Boom. Elemental weakness. 10% Sedimas. I always walk away with one. Maybe a +1 Darasos would be nice too. Alright, did I actually manage to not skip it? Nope, I did miss a couple, didn't I? It's so hard to not hit all of these. Okay, is that all? Okay, no. Wow, these are really hard to hit. Okay, I think that's all of them. Alright, drum roll please for +1 Darasos. Nope. 30% burning damage. Nope. Oh, I guess I should probably do this for you guys. Nope. Wow, not seeing it. Oh, I need to just actually hit implicit. That would be smart. Okay, now we can save a little bit of time. +2 cold gems. I think so. I put hatred in here, but +2 curse gem. Definitely not. +2 auric gem. I don't think. Oh, well, really? Wait a minute. Yeah, it's not actually worth anything. Energy shield? No. Man, what I give for a Quant Biscos. I missed that. Crown of Eyes. I did actually find a lot of these. I don't really know what. I'm not really sure about that one or these. A lot of these, you know, you learn a lot about the game when you do this to see what corruptions are worth anything or not. All right, I'm not seeing anything, guys. Unlucky. It's looking pretty unlucky. Wow. Really? Evasion while moving? That's like almost a maximum roll. I don't know. Maybe this is worth something? I don't know. Ooh. Uh-oh. Vixen's elemental weakness. I got elemental weakness on the wrong item. I guess it's still worth something. Yeah, all these Sedimas, none of them came out. Good, that's sad. Very sad. Really? Iron Fortress, but I bet you this is worth a lot if it... Yeah, if it had a high strength roll. Oh well. +2 projectile vixens? Probably not. Oh, okay. Finally hit something there. The reservation. Heat shiver. This is worth at least 1 divine. I can always sell this for... Yeah, I guess it's probably going to sell for 2 divines. It's fairly high roll on the resistances. Cool. That's it. Well, this is actually the worst turnout I've seen on the gambling portion, too, with only these 3 items. I mean, that's... We'll be lucky to sell this for... You can see I'm trying to sell this one for 2 divines. Maybe drop that one down to 2 and try to sell this one for something like this. Maybe put that there and this go here, I guess. Something like that. Well, one last thing to do. Is it possible to sub with crypto on Twitch? I have no idea. Here we go. Really? As if I don't find enough of these already. Hold on, I gotta check this here. I don't know what this is worth. This might be worth a lot nowadays. Yo, this is like 4 divines. Or maybe. I made a little bit of money back. Yay. I guess, I don't know. I think it is actually, you know, a halfway decent find. Now it looks even more like a heat shiver because it's like red and blue. Like phasing in and out of red and blue. A little bit. Last one. What? What? Wow, okay. All my luck went into the foils. Went into the foils, yo. I'm gonna leave that unidentified for sure. What's it worth? 0. Check for any. Pink. Quite a few divines, nothing crazy. Probably like 5 to 10 divines, I would guess. Kind of a wild guess, I don't know. Alright, well that's it. Show's over, folks. It was not a good session. I mean, it was good because, you know, I got through it. I did get to try out the Pathfinder, and I like it. It's a little squishy, I will say. A little squishy outside of the Berserk window, but I like having the agency to control. When I select Berserk, you know, get right in the face of a King Harbinger, pop Berserk. Can feel fairly safe standing around him. The same for the boss room, things like that. Man, having Soul Leader up almost 100% of the time is amazing QOL. I mean, that is nice. And a lot of extra damage. Definitely way more damage than the champion had. So as far as just like passive defense, it's worse. But active defense is, you know, better. All that freeze proliferation from Fury of Nature. If you're not familiar with Fury of Nature, that is the Forbidden Flesh Flame Jewels specific to the Ranger class. Absolutely love that, especially with something like this, you know, Expeditions and all of this ailments going out through the Xerfes and the Expedition end. Seems like a pretty cool synergy to me. I enjoyed playing it, and I will continue playing this character with a few little menial upgrades in the form of double corruptions probably for the remainder of this league. Other than that, I will be testing out my league start character here pretty soon. And I have some pretty high expectations for that. But that is going to be it for this video for YouTube. We're going to sign off of YouTube for now, and we'll continue with maps 501 to 600. So, yay, cheers to the halfway point. It did not go out with a bang. Actually went out with a slump, but hopefully we'll bring it back up at the start of the next set, which will begin in the next few days. That's it for now.